Hey guys, it's Shay, and welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about Volume 7 of Honey So Sweet. And I just want to say right off the bat that if you have not yet read this manga, it is going to have some spoilers, so just be warned. So if you remember from my last video when I talked about Volume 6, we were introduced to a new character by Miyabi, as well as Ryo, her brother. They're twins and they both know Tai, or at least Ryo knows Tai from middle school. And at the end of Volume 6, we have Now, whom is Tai's girlfriend, basically realizing that Miyabi has a crush on Tai, even though Miyabi doesn't quite yet know it. So Volume 7 kind of just picks up where Volume 6 basically left off. But in Volume 7, you see Now struggling a lot with the jealousy that she has for Miyabi and the insecurity that she has regarding her and Tai's relationship. But she is really trying not to let it get in the way because she knows that Miyabi is very innocent and she knows that Miyabi is also friends with Tai. But Tai kind of gets wind of these feelings from a friend of theirs. And this friend of theirs basically tells Tai, like, yeah, Nao's been acting kind of weird since she met up with Miyabi. And he kind of realizes that maybe he's overstepping the line regarding her. And the first overstepping the line that he did was by calling Miyabi, Miyabi. Which, as many of you guys know, in Japanese culture, they don't really call each other, or at least in the mangas, they don't actually call each other by their first names. They call each other a lot of times based off of their last names. And he realized that he overstepped that boundary because he's been calling her by her first name, which he really stops pretty much immediately. But he feels really bad about it because it does make Miyabi very sad. So as you continue through this volume, see that Miyabi is trying to be like Now a lot. She's trying to get Tai's attention. She's realizing that how Now is what Tai is really looking for in a girl, or what he really likes in a girl, and she wants to be like Now. So she goes as far as, when they're going to a festival, deciding to wear the same yukata that Now is wearing, and the only differences that you see in their outfits is their accessories. But Miyabi even points this out and kind of wishes she would have gotten the same accessories as Now so that they could have matched completely. She also, during the festival, really wants Tai to help her out with everything, and she wants to feed him her snow cone, just like Now did with him as well. And their friend catches on, and basically their friend stops her from trying to get Tai's attention any way that he can. Basically, how the entire manga how this entire volume kind of wraps itself up is that Now ends up speaking her feelings. She ends up telling Miyabi that she doesn't like what Miyabi is doing and that Miyabi really needs to stop. Miyabi feels really upset about it because she doesn't understand the feelings of love and how she was feeling for Tai, and that she really just wanted to be like Now because she knew that that was what Tai likes. And Tai basically also ends up telling her as well that he kind of sees her as a little sister, which to a lot of people are some really dreaded words when you have a crush on somebody, is being told you're like a sister or a brother to them. But he basically tells her that. She gets really sad and very upset as well. And they both feel really bad about it. They really feel bad for hurting her feelings because she is very innocent, and because of the issues she's had before with making friends, and they just really feel down on themselves. Miyabi feels the same way, but only because she's kind of heartbroken and she's kind of sad that Tai doesn't like her back. And she also kind of feels bad, I believe, for making Now feel uncomfortable. They end up finally talking to each other, and they come to an understanding, and that's basically how it is. So one of the things I do want to say is that I'm actually generally really happy with how they handled this entire situation in this volume. So originally at the end of volume 6, I actually really thought that they were going to get through this situation super quick, and just like any other issue they've gone through during this manga, but they didn't. They devoted an entire volume to this, which was great. They also really looked into Nao's feelings, and they looked a lot into Now basically speaking her mind, because throughout this entire journey with her, she hasn't entirely spoken her mind. She's been very much trying to be nice to about other people's feelings, and she is very shy, and she doesn't want to do anything, it seems, to hurt her relationship with Ty, which is kind of a bad thing because you should be able to voice your feelings to the person that you're with. But finally, she does this in this volume. She tells Miyabi exactly how she feels. She tells her exactly what she is doing that is making her uncomfortable. And that also shows Ty that he also needs to step in and tell Miyabi that this is not okay. And I was really happy to see this happen during this volume, because now really has to learn this. She has to grow up and be able to voice her feelings and how she feels. Also during this volume, I also liked how they kind of let you into Miyabi's head and kind of how she was feeling with the aftermath of Ty basically rejecting her. And that's because I'm sure that all of us have gone through both of these things. We've gone through being with someone and having either a guy or girl kind of step in to who we're with and making us feel very uncomfortable with their relationship, but also not wanting to say anything because we might be making something out of nothing, but also because we don't want to overstep any boundaries in our relationship with the person that we're with. But then also with Miyabi, we have understood the feelings of being rejected. We understand the feelings of liking someone and them not liking us back, of them saying, I only see you as a friend, or I only see you as like a brother or a sister, and then that awkwardness that kind of comes after. And that's exactly what Miyabi went through. She felt very awkward around them, and she also didn't want to be around them. And it also showed, once again, with the other side, with Ty and Now, and them feeling bad about rejecting her. And even though maybe not always the person that's rejected the other person feels bad, I feel like in this instance they feel upset and bad about it because of how Miyabi's ways were before and the strides that she's taken. But overall, I have to say, I really enjoyed reading this entire manga. I greatly related to a lot of the things that the characters went through, and I mean all of the characters. Now and her not wanting to say anything to Miyabi about how she's making her feel uncomfortable, Miyabi and her feeling sad about being rejected ultimately in the end, but also Miyabi with her wanting to be like Now so that she can somehow be seen as attractive to Ty. And let's be honest, we've all done this when we see the popular girl or the girl or guy that we know that is getting everybody, and we want to be like them and figure out what makes them that makes people so attracted to this person. And I feel like that's something that we've all gone through, whether in school age or even in our adult life, because trust me, I've gone through it both ways, adult and as a child. I've gone through it. But that was one of the things that I really enjoyed about reading this. So I definitely liked how they handled it. I liked how they not put a spin on it, but I liked how they wrapped everything up very neatly. And yeah, it was just a really good manga to read. This is a really good volume, which makes me also very excited to read volume number 8. From what I've read about the synopsis, though, for volume 8, it's going to focus more on the two of their other friends who aren't yet a couple, but obviously like each other. So I think it's going to focus on them, but I'm excited to see what happens with that as well. But I will definitely come out with a new video for that volume, which is volume 8, which is the last and final volume of Honey So Sweet. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys. So of course, please feel free to comment below your thoughts about this volume if you have read Honey So Sweet. Seems like a lot of you guys haven't, but still, I hope you guys have enjoyed this whole volume by volume read or volume by volume review of this manga. I also think in the future I might just do an entire read the entire complete series if it's completed, and then do my review instead of going volume by volume. But yeah, that's what I plan to do probably in the future. But like always, I will leave links down below to my social media accounts, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my blog as well. So please check me out on there. And of course, please give this video a thumbs up, and I would love it if you guys would subscribe as well. And of course, click the bell icon so that you're notified when I come out with new videos, which are 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So yeah, you'll see my face 3 times a week. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Like I always tell you guys, stay positive, stay nerdy, and in today's day and age, please stay healthy. All right, you guys. Bye.